Is there any concern that Josh Allen just keeps throwing balls where he shouldn't? Because that to me is, it changed the tenor of the game with the Dolphins yesterday. But then again, he's so amazing, he'll just take it out of the fire anyway. At some point.
It's like
it doesn't matter. Is it like Favre? Just throw some picks and what doesn't matter? I'm trying to equate it.
It does matter. It does matter because that's the one thing. Like what makes the Bills so great is Josh Allen. The thing that scares me about the Bills right now is maybe a little bit of Josh Allen because, like, listen, you play Skylar Thompson, you play Miami, and the only way you let them in this game, and with all due respect to Mike McDaniel, who coached a really good ball game for the most part. I mean, I'd like them to have a play on 4th and 1 with the game on the line.
I know.
But, they scrapped and, scratched and clawed all year long. Tua was down. He turned Tua into something that I didn't think was possible, although I do think it's a lot of it's scheme and that sort of thing. But I thought Tua had a really good year. Then, you get your backups and you lose Bridgewater. You got Skylar Thompson, who did not look very good. If you'd have told me that they were going to score over 30 points this game or right up there around there, I said you were crazy. The only way that happened is turnovers. And Josh Allen's turnovers the picks were not as egregious as some of the ones he's thrown in the past. Like, there's been games this year where I'm like, what is he doing? It's like for a second, he forgets where he is or something. But I thought the picks yesterday was like, okay, one, he's taking a shot at John Brown. John Brown looks to be not on the same page. He stops running. He forces the ball in the tight window. Miami makes a good play on deflection, Cole Beasley, and you get that second. I thought the one out of the half on the Sealer touchdown, where I'm like, okay, you're up. You got a chance to extend this lead. You see the free runner. Just put the ball away. Don't get greedy. But part of what makes them great is always trying to make those top-end plays. And I'm not excusing it because this is what scares me is like, hey, the Bills are as good as anybody, but they have these slumps and worse, when the slump and the turnovers happen at the same time, kind of like what happened yesterday, it allows things back in ball games. And, San Francisco, ironically, Brock Purdy, their offense, they're like a machine. 8 touchdowns, 9 real drives, or however you classify it. They're not turning the ball over. Now, Purdy throws some questionable balls, and he got away with some, this weekend. But they don't have that kind of, proclivity to just turn it over a bunch. And, their offense could look like that San Francisco machine. They didn't do that. They were just consistent. I think the consistency for San Francisco juxtaposed with kind of like the inconsistency for Buffalo. That's what scares me about Buffalo. Is you can't take a quarter off against, Kansas City or Cincinnati. Now, I don't know what's happening up front with them. But that's what scares me about Buffalo.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.